Good afternoon and a warm welcome on behalf of Bangalore Sahodaya School Complex Association and Amrita Vishwa
Yes.
Vidyapeetham for the session on OLabs. OLabs based on the idea that lab experiments can be.
Excuse me, can I have those microphone closed? Who is the presenter? 1 minute, ma'am. Can I have the microphone off, please? Can I have it muted? All right. When the speaker speaks, only the speaker will have the microphone unmuted. Please go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry for the interruption.
OLabs is based on the idea that lab experiments can be taught using the internet more efficiently and less expensively. The labs can also be made available to students with no access to physical labs or where equipment is not available owing to being scarce or costly. Bangalore Sahodaya is delighted to get associated with Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham in organizing such sessions. May I request Swamiji Chaitanya to inaugurate the session by lighting the lamp. Swami Maheshwara Chaitanya is currently Chairman BTech Admissions at Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. He has teaching experience for over 15 years in computer science domain. He is also the content director of the world famous Olympic all over the globe with a huge participation of students. He has get 6,000 Swamiji, may I request to address the participants?
Thank you, Manila ma'am. So good afternoon to all. So we are going through a tough situation, which we hope that everything is back to normal in a short period of time. So I just wanted to convey two things. I hail from a university headed by a woman chancellor and the world-renowned spiritual leader, Mata Amritanandamayi Devi. She always says that we have to be enthusiastic on doing our tasks. Patience and enthusiasm has to be the fundamental things to be adopted in life. And this very situation is completely demanding these two things from us. Teaching is completely going virtual. And almost all the parents, students, teachers, and the entire school community is now online. So it was basically the vision of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Maybe a couple of years back where we started working on these virtual environments. And now we are so pleased and delighted to see to it that now it is being used widely. So my request to all the attendees here on today's session is to make sure that you upskill yourself. Try to learn as much as possible. And Amrita, being a charitable organization envisioned by Amma, we are always ready to support you. We are always here to support you. So let this be the very first session on how you start teaching using the virtual lab. And let me extend a warm welcome to all the teachers who are present here. especially from the whole team as well as Amrita. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. May I now call upon Mrs. Geeta Subramaniam. She's the Vice Chairperson, Bangalore Sahodaya, to formally welcome the resource persons and present their profile. Over to you, Geeta Madam. You're muted.
Madam, you are muted.
Sorry. Thank you, Mrs. Manila. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Professor Krishnan Kutty and Dr. Prema on behalf of Bangalore Sahodaya School Complex for this session on OLabs, and a great pleasure to introduce two very eminent personalities, Professor Krishnan Kutty and Dr. Prema. Professor Krishnan Kutty has an experience in sales and marketing in the most competitive arena. Mr. Krish has quite a few feathers to his cap in the last 40 years of corporate experience. He is a postgraduate in economics from Loyola College, Chennai, and an executive MBA from Indian School of Business, Hyderabad. Mr. Krish has been exposed to direct selling, retail through primary and secondary sales, FMCG and capital equipment dealer distributor sales training, advertisement and promotions. Mr. Krish is also proficient trainer in life skills for engineering and MBA students. He is a certified international trainer by MAC Singapore, specialized in international behavioral science and international teaching methodologies. It is not out of place to mention that Mr. Krish is the most sought after person for motivational speeches at CBSE schools in Kerala. He has conducted over 500 workshops in the states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka, which includes students and parents. In addition to the students' orientation, Mr. Krish has conducted over 200 faculty development programs for the teachers as well as for the principals of CBSE schools and colleges though. Welcome, Mr. Krish. And now about Dr. Prema. Dr. Prema Nedungadi is a founding director at Amrita Create, Amrita Center for Research in Analytics and Technologies for Education, an award-winning educational and health technology for societal benefit initiative of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham with $4.6 million in research funding, 2 patents, and over 54 publications. Amrita Create was selected to be one of the 5 finalist team for the $7 million Barbara Bush Foundation's Adult Literacy Prize in an award ceremony on June 25, 2018 in New Orleans. She is recipient of the Digital Indian Award from the Honorable Minister of MeitY in the category Digital Empowerment 2015. Other awards include Best Journal Paper IEEE Transaction in Education 2014, Best Exhibit Kerala Science Congress 2012, IT Excellence Award for E-Learning and Education, Computer Society of India 2013. Her research focus areas include education and health systems. Amrita Create has pioneered technology enhancing learning for K-12 schools and higher education in both formal and informal settings and in health awareness and monitoring systems. Large-scale projects developed and deployed across India include Amrita Rural India Tablet Enhanced Education in remote villages, intelligent tutoring systems for school education, e-governance system for school, big data analytics in education, health awareness, and monitoring IoT-based systems and simulation and case-based environment for medical education. Her prior experience includes 15 years of software architecture experience as Sybase and Red Brick Systems, IBM, California, USA. Dr. Prema has presented Amrita's Digital India and Sustainable Development projects at international forums such as UNESCO and the Vatican, and participate as a member of MHRD's expert committee for inputs into the use of ICT in India's new education policy. The technology and methodology is deployed in 22 states across India with impact at 4,357 schools and via 41 remote and rural village centers. The impact includes 11,000 teachers trained and 3 lakhs plus students impacted in schools and universities. Thank you, ma'am, for agreeing to host this training session for everyone. Welcome, Mr. Krish and Dr. Prema. Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta Madam, for presenting such rich profile of both the speakers. We have now the most dynamic Krishnan Kutty sir, who will be taking forward the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, and very well introduced. I really don't understand the reasons as to why am I being introduced, and it has been mentioned in the creative that I'm going to be one of those resource person. I'm only resource. I'm only, yeah. I think Swami has to say something. Swami, over to you.
Yeah, don't allow him to explain the overlaps.
Yeah, no. What happened was, then Manila ma'am said, I'm the resource person for connecting Prema madam to the Bangalore Sahodaya. That is the resource I've done for them, and always when there is a need to connect some people, ma'am certainly calls me up. Thank you very much for that. And I mean, I would say that it has been introduced well as far as I am concerned. But I'm not going to be the resource person for conducting this Amrita overlaps. We have our special guest, Dr. Prema Nedungadi, to be with you all for the next almost 60 minutes now. Let me also tell you that I'm just going to moderate it till the end. So I'm a moderator, and all of you must tolerate me till the end of the session, right? I will pick up those question and answer, but not the answers, and then read it out. We have, I think I must also tell you the statistics what I have with us. We have crossed 1,700 registrations. In fact, out of 400 schools under Bangalore Sahodaya, we have crossed about 1,700 registrations, and the total number of viewers as now who are watching us is around 700 plus. It's a massive representation, and all this is happening. I was just telling Manila ma'am that it doesn't happen by itself. I think among all the Sahodayas across the country, right, even abroad for that matter, one of those Sahodayas which is really active. Active means super active, I would say, that every day some program or the other is being conducted by Bangalore Sahodaya Complex. I think kudos and compliment to those office bearers and teachers who really motivate them to conduct such events. I think a special claps to the chairperson, the vice chairperson, the secretary, treasurer, whoever is in the office, who are the office bearers. A big compliment. I'm seeing each of the teachers, clapping for the chairperson and all those who are responsible for making Bangalore Sahodaya the best in terms of activeness. Even otherwise, they are quite active. Activeness in this COVID times. Congratulations again. Actually, I wanted to have this to be conducted from 3 o'clock till 4:30. But suddenly I realized when I gave the time at 3 p.m., during the lockdowns, the real lockdowns, right, where we are not supposed to move out, I used to have these webinars and I used to register myself. So I used to have my lunch by around 1:30, go for a power nap. But the moment I get up, the time is around 4:30. The power nap has become powerless nap for me. I'm not able to view that particular webinar, and I feel so sad. Yeah. So I didn't want this to happen to our teachers who are attending this today. So I told ma'am, our speaker is a little busy at 3 o'clock. Please have it from 1:30 to 3. So the truth is that after the nap, after the lunch, we all need to have a little power nap. So today it is not permitted because this Amrita OLAPS orientation or training, whatever you call, is going to certainly impact us for the future, and that's going to be the future for all of us. So this teams, MS teams, we can also find out by end of the day, right? how many people attended for how many minutes, right? How many teachers attended for 5 minutes? How many teachers attended for 50 minutes? Right, so we can have the recording also being done. So please don't on it online like our students. Go away, come back whenever. So sit there tight, watch it, learn it, understand, use it for your teaching purpose in the future. So I won't take much of the time. I'm sure if I speak for 1 more minute, Swami will ask me to shut up. So before he says me to shut up, let me welcome Dr. Prema Nedungadi for this wonderful session of Amrita OLabs. Over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, mute, unmute. Ma'am, not audible. Not audible. Not audible. Not audible. Something you have done in between, not audible. Hello.
I think Krish, listening to you, it went on.
I think the loudspeaker, I think the speaker went off in Prema ma'am's laptop, I think. Ma'am, I didn't do anything from here. Ma'am, something is wrong with your, yeah. No. No, ma'am. So teachers, these are the problems.
Directly speak on the laptop.
That one way. So the speaker. You have to go on to speak. The other one.
Ma'am, you can directly speak instead of having the earphone.
But it shows she is mute.
Madam, you are mute. Unmute. Prema ma'am, unmute. Just call her up or the phone. Now it's okay. Speak.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, welcome, ma'am. Welcome. That's it. See, for good things, you'll have to really wait. Nothing comes without hardships. Very good. The teachers learn from this. This is the first lesson ma'am is teaching us. Wait for good things to happen. Over to you, ma'am.
I welcome the distinguished panel members, principals, and teachers. Special thanks to Ms. Manila, Priya, and Geeta, madam. I'll start sharing the screen and the PowerPoint. And let's hope that goes on easily.
Yes. Yeah, you can go for slideshow, ma'am.
Okay. So online labs for school experiments, and we call it OLabs. That's an initiative started many years back by Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. Amma, the Chancellor, has been guiding us on providing educational initiatives for many years. So we started doing it with Amrita schools, and later on, we were looking at what we can do that can benefit the whole nation. So this idea came from Amma's guidance, and we talked to the Ministry of Electronics and IT, and we did this as a partnership with CDAC Mumbai. So just a brief background on Amrita. Amrita is now ranked 4th in the National Institutional Ranking Framework by the Government of India in the university category. So we are globally ranked #1 private university in India by multiple ranking agencies. We are in 5 campuses right now, And for all the principals, I also head the School of Computer Science in Amritapuri, and we have BTech, MTech, PhD, BCA, MCA, all those programs that we would love good students to join. Okay, so OLABS is an initiative of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, developed jointly by Amrita and CDAC. It has over 136 online virtual science labs. And when we developed them, they were mapped 100% to NCERT high school curriculum from 9th to 12th. But I believe there has been some changes in syllabus in class 12, so there might be some differences right now. And as part of the next few proposed project, we will be updating those experiments also. So for each experiment, OLABS provides background on the theory, animation, simulations, videos, and it has links to additional resources. It has been translated to multiple Indian languages. And as part of scaling OLABS to the nation, now we have trained 30,000 teachers across India in about 6,500 schools. So why do we need OLABS? Why did we start many years back? Of course, right now it's going to be much more relevant to everybody because of COVID. But even then, what we found is that there are many schools that do not have sufficient lab sessions. This is even in schools that had labs. Many rural schools do not have labs at all. And even if you have labs, students don't have the opportunity to keep repeating experiments and learn. Then we find that there are, in some cases, the access is restrained if the equipment is fragile. And the evaluation pattern also, the understanding, how much the student understands, sometimes is less rigorous in the practical component than in the theory. And in very rural areas, we find that teachers, unlike the Sahodaya and CBSE schools, in rural areas, we do have teachers who are not very good in science. And NCERT uses online labs to train teachers and improve the teaching skills. And then there are some limitations of physical labs, such as, you want to demonstrate the life cycle of a mosquito or behavior of simple pendulum in Jupiter's atmosphere. How would that behave? And so we can demonstrate a lot more with virtual labs than with physical labs. But of course, it's a partial attempt to solve the problems. We never say OLABS will replace traditional labs, but it can be used in different ways to supplement traditional labs. So this is the current status. We have trained 30,000 teachers, so many schools. We have 136 science experiments, that's the breakup. And when we built it, it was a one-to-one mapping of the science with NCERT. So every experiment in NCERT was here, but now it might have changed a little bit, especially in physics is what I heard. So what we do is we supplement physical lab experiments and theory. We provide a complete lab learning environment. Everything is interactive. So just like they would perform an experiment, many of them that can be done, they are able to perform it here also. And the advantages, you can explore, you can do the experiment. If you made a mistake, you can go back and try again. And it's also available anytime, anywhere access because it's on the cloud. You can use it at any time. And especially now what we find is because of COVID-19, it is, teachers have been asking us for it. And we will get into how we can use this. There are multiple ways that you can incorporate it into your teaching. So what are the salient features? Right now it's free web access. So all experiments have been free and they continue to be free. In fact, we have been approached by publishers such as Chand Publishers and others to say if they can add it to their textbooks and their software. And we have always said this is going to stay free for the country. Experiments activities are aligned to NCERT, interactive animation simulations for performing experiments, and it's also designed for self-learning. So yes, you teachers can incorporate it into their teaching, but the way we have designed it and is that a student can actually go and learn it by themselves and then come and ask you for doubts. So that is one method, what we call the flipped classroom, that is also possible. Over 130 experiments have been developed only in sciences. So if you look at, this is a screenshot from the website, and you see the bell jar experiment. You see those tabs. There's a theory tab, procedure tab, animation, simulator, and you have questions and resources. And you also have videos for some of the experiments. So the theory will actually, it's text and images that will tell you the conceptual background of the experiment. We'll show you a demo after this of the experiment, related laws, proofs, all of that. And then the procedure, there are two parts to the procedure. So one is how would you conduct that experiment in your actual lab environment? And the second part is how would you conduct the experiment in the online simulation, because it might vary a little bit. And animations or videos are there. This is sometimes a teacher actually demonstrating the lab. And the simulation is the actual experiment, which uses the correct math underneath. And the questions that are for self-assessment. These are the various ways you can use OLABs. The first one, how can a teacher use it? They can use it for supplementary learning. We have always said that it does not replace traditional labs, but we have done research and we have published papers that show that by using OLABs, the conceptual knowledge of the student and the performance can be improved. So in the classroom, normally before COVID, what we used to tell the teachers is in the classroom, you can explain the labs before they actually go to the practical session. So that could be one mode. And after you perform the experiment, you can also frame the questions with the lab. So you could ask a question that makes them go and perform the experiment and give you the answer. And that's still something you can still do when you do your online training. And for students, they can use it to familiarize with the lab before they go, and they can, watch a live demonstration of the experiment, or they can understand the procedure, or they can watch the animation, and then finally they can try the actual simulation. They can also take the assessment to understand how much they know. And during COVID time, if you're doing online teaching, then you can incorporate it. Either you can say that this is an experiment you should do, or you could demonstrate it in your online class. You could show the video. They can try the experiments, and you could also frame questions for which they have to actually perform the experiment, get the results, and then give it to you. So there are different ways, and I'm sure you all can be much more creative about how you incorporate it into your online classes. So yes, it does work on tablets and on computers. I don't recommend it for the smartphones. The videos are okay, but to actually move, to actually have that interactive experience, sometimes the mobile screen is too small. So a tablet would be better, or a computer. Then we have a whole lot of videos on YouTube also. So these videos are in YouTube and also linked from the website. So one of the components, and you can see we have like some of them, we have over 1 million hits in the past few years. I think there are, over 100 videos at least. And so please feel free to incorporate those videos also directly into your teaching learning experience. And we have OLABs in regional languages. So we have it in Hindi. All the experiments, science experiments are translated to Hindi and Marathi and Malayalam. Also DSCRT in Karnataka, they had taken a few of our labs for class, what they thought they could use for 8th, 9th, and they had translated some of the videos to Kannada. So those are available on their portal. And for schools that do not have internet, we do offer a installer version now, because we used to physically do the training and providing DVDs, but now for everybody that registers and gives us their email name and school, we can send links, download links, so you can download the entire OLABs to your school's computer. Of course, the videos you don't get, the videos are still on YouTube only because it's so huge. It takes over 50 GB, for a small group. But the rest of it is available. And also if you download it, you may not get we keep updating the lab, so you may not get that information. But it is available to schools. And we have done a lot of this in more rural areas where they just do not have internet. So this is the Windows installer. Once we send you the link, you should be able to upload it into your computer if you don't have internet. And so this goes a long time back. This is in 2013. Dr. Vineet Joshi, when he was the chairman, he had constituted an expert committee to evaluate OLABs, and they worked on it for 8 months, and they gave us feedback also before they officially recommended it. So the point is that unlike many of what you find on the web, the quality here is correct. And that is something NCERT also told us. They tell us that when we look at Amrita's online videos, we know the accuracy is there. There are no mistakes. We don't have to worry about using it for teachers and students. So CBSE had gone through an extensive expert external evaluation before Vineet Joshi sir sent the circular out. And this was another one sent by CBSE in 2016. These are some of the awards we have got. We got the CSE IT Excellence Award. We were shortlisted for NASSCOM. So this is we actually got a Digital India Award here from the minister. And this is our current training status. I think this is slightly old. You see the 19th April date. But we have trained now more than 30,000 CBSE teachers and a few thousand state teachers also across India. Where you see the red, the darker it is, the more percentage of CBSE schools have been trained. This is only the online registered users. Many of the users, we give DVDs, so we are not able to track when we give the software how many students are using it, but the majority or a big number is that. And you can always go to all these websites. So olabs.edu.in, the YouTube channel, and there is a support email where you can send us email. There's other things we support you with. For example, if you want to create accounts for all your students, you can put it in an Excel format and send it to us. We'll do it. Or they could also register themselves. The registration is free of cost. but we do require that you register before you are able to use the simulations and some of them. So that way we can keep track of how many users are accessing the labs. So we have millions of hits every month. So after this, we'll move into a demo. Yes, we also have them in regional languages. And we'll actually go to the website and I will pass it on to Chandrasekhar with me.
Ma'am, if you can come little to the side, so that we can have a view of Mr. Chandrasekhar. Yeah, Chandrasekhar, but don't hide, ma'am. All right, okay, fine. That's fantastic. Yeah, great.
Can you see the OLAB's website screen?
Can you see the OLAB's website screen?
Yeah, we can see that. We can see that.
So I'll start with physics.
Yeah, go ahead.
So first is Ohm's law, class 12. It has theory, procedure, animation, simulator, video, biomode, resources, and feedback. So what is Ohm's law actually? Ohm's law is the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends, provided the physical conditions like temperature, pressure, etc. remain constant. Okay, so this is what the V equal to IR. That is what the Ohm's law is, and R equal to rho L by A. R equal to rho L by A. And then I have got the procedure. In the procedure, it has the normal OLAPS procedure. I mean the regular lab procedure there. Materials required, real lab procedure, simulator procedure, observations, etc. Animation is there. And Ohm's law is.
Yeah, we're not sure why it's not showing up.
Okay, okay.
Maybe you can start with the video.
I'll show the
It could be a normal language.
Yeah.
Start with the video.
I'll show the video.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ohm's law. We use electricity in our daily life for various applications. For example, to light bulbs, to heat an electric iron, and operate refrigerators and air conditioners. All these applications require different amounts of current. Find the most efficient way to get the proper current. Ohm's law is used. Ohm's law was derived experimentally by the German physicist George Simon Ohm in 1826. According to Ohm's law, the electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends, provided the physical conditions such as temperature, pressure, etc. of the conductor remain the same. principle. If I is the current flowing through the conductor and V is the potential difference across its ends, then according to Ohm's law, V is equal to Ri, where R is the constant of proportionality. It is known as resistance of the conductor. Or V by I is equal to R. Knowing the length L and radius R of the resistance wire, rho is equal to pi r squared R divided by L gives the resistivity of the wire. So here we are determining the resistivity of a given wire by plotting a graph of potential difference versus current. Materials required: battery eliminator, ammeter, voltmeter, a resistance wire, rheostat, one-way rheostat whose lower terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. The given resistor must be connected in parallel to the voltmeter. Determine the least count of voltmeter and ammeter and also note the zero error. To check the connections, insert the key K, then slide the rheostat contact and see whether the ammeter and voltmeter are working, and it is found as a constant. Cut the resistance wire at the points where it leaves the terminals, stretch it and find its length by the meter scale.
Okay, now I'll show you the demo. Sir, actually, we connect the battery eliminator. Battery eliminator to ammeter. And then circular fashion. Then ammeter to voltmeter.
So you're connecting through your laptop, right?
Yeah.
How you have to pull the
Wires. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Voltmeter to
Wireless become loose. Okay. Fine.
okay. Then rheostat to key from here.
So that's a key for the rheostat.
Yeah.
Okay.
From below here. Here to key.
So you take it close to the key and click, huh? Is that to be done? Yeah, or you have to connect it, okay.
Then key to battery eliminator.
Key to battery eliminator, okay.
So once this is done,
Yes.
this resistor has to be put across the voltmeter.
Can you hold your microphone a little closer to your mouth so that, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, fine, thank you.
Yeah, so then we connect the key. We press the key.
You are pressing the key now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So current flows 9.518 ampere, 0.482 volt.
Okay.
So here we will enter the values in the table 0.2, 9.
You are entering now?
Yeah, I'm entering now.
Okay.
518.
Okay.
So resistance is 0.05. Then we change the rheostat value. And then we can add one more value here. Voltage is 0.024. 0.024.
Yes.
And current is 0.475. 0.475.
0.475. Okay.
Resistance becomes 0.05 ohms. So such 5 values, if you take and draw the graph, it will be a straight line.
Okay.
That is Ohm's law.
That's Ohm's law.
That's Ohm's law.
Wonderful. Okay.
Okay. And then next I will show the chemistry experiment. Okay.
Yeah, this is okay. Fine.
Yeah.
So you're going to show this is the physics and chemistry and biology also you have?
Yeah, biology also I have.
All right. Okay.
Chemistry. Chemistry, just a minute.
Yeah, this is again the repetition of Ohm's law here. So teachers, have some patience till we get on to the chemistry lab.
Then in chemistry,
Yes.
class 12, we have these experiments.
What is the experiment here for the chemistry students of class 12?
For the chemistry, we have class 12th.
Yep.
Determination of concentration of KMnO4 solution.
Okay. Determination of, okay.
So in this simulator, I am going because theory, procedure, animation, video, YOOs, etc. are the same, almost the same.
All right.
Yeah. So in this,
So the procedure is the same for chemistry, physics, and biology, right?
yeah,
The procedure is the same.
yeah, procedure is according to the experiment.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Yeah. So first of all, try to take the dilute H2SO4. Dilute H2SO4. And then put it under urate. Okay.
All right.
Okay. And then we start the titration. Number of moles of titration equal to 10. Number of moles of titrant equal to 2. And molarity of titrant we have to find out. Okay.
All right.
So for that, we have to find where it stops. Yeah, stop. So it is like show volume of titrant 2.4 ml. So I will take it as approximately 2 ml.
Okay.
So then molarity of titrant equal to V1 into M1 is 2 into, oh sorry, yeah. So this will be V1, just a minute.
Yeah, take
V1
your time, no issues. Take it cool, take it on time.
yeah, V1 10 ml. So 10 into M1, M1 is 1, M1 is M1 is 1. So 10 into 1, 10 into N2, N2 is 2, 20, 20 divided by V2, V2, 10 divided by N1, divided by N1, 10 by 10, 1. So it should be 1 molar. 1 molar. So strength of given titrant is 158. 158.
Okay. So you're typing it there, 158.
Yeah, I'm typing it here, 158.
All right.
So it's correct.
Correct.
So
Correct.
now it's bio.
So are we moving into the biology OLAP?
Yeah, going
All
to
right.
bio.
Okay, fine.
In this first experiment study of pollen germination,
No, it is not on the screen now.
it is not on the screen.
It is not on the screen. You'll have to get it back onto
Okay.
the screen. The website has to come onto the screen. It is not on the screen. Take your time, no issues.
Yeah.
Are you able to see on the screen?
Can you see the on the screen?
No, I'm able to see the PowerPoint now. The first PPT which you put on OLAP, like online, the first PPT of yours.
Not open here.
So we are not getting your website.
Yeah, yeah. We are sharing it.
Yeah, please, no problem. So after completion of physics and chemistry, now we are moving on to the OLAP for biology.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you show that, yeah, okay, fine. It's almost in.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
true.
First experiment, study of pollen germination.
All right.
These are the experiments which are there.
So which are you going to click now?
I am going to show study of pollen germination.
Okay.
I'll go to simulator.
Okay, stimulator.
In this, germination medium contains sucrose solution. So I am taking it. I'm taking it. Yeah, it has taken. It has taken.
No problem. Take your time, Ma.
Yeah. So after that, I pour it on the. Okay. It has not taken.
Somehow it is not. It's yeah, right.
Yeah, we pour it on the glass slide, and then we take the flour. We take the flour and pour it onto the glass slide. And we take the glass slide and put it under the microscope. And we get the nation done. 10 minutes.
A study of pollen germination.
Yeah, study of pollen germination because of sucrose solution.
Okay. There's some watch on the top, something else.
Time takes to germinate.
Oh, acha, okay.
Yeah.
That's great, wonderful.
You want one maths or you is that okay?
No, I think we'll also see on maths if you are able to show it to us.
Okay.
I understand from Prema ma'am, it's only for the 9th and 10th. Still it is, there are so many teachers who are teaching in 9th and 10th, mathematics for the students. So if you can take one sum of mathematics, it will also be clear. So
one math.
Yeah, one math sum.
Okay. So I'll try to prove area of circle. Yeah.
What happened?
The mouse, so that's why you're finding it a little difficult.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You're doing a wonderful job. No issues at all. As long as you understand how to operate, we are very happy.
Yeah,
it's difficult to operate on a mouse. I fully agree with you.
Yeah.
When our teachers go and do it at home, it'll be much more easier than what you're doing it on a mouse.
So area of circle I'm taking.
Area of circle, okay.
Yeah.
This is for the 9th standard, if I'm right.
Yeah, 9th standard. So we're trying to prove the area of circle.
Okay.
Pi r square. How do we do it? So we take the circle and divide into 16 sectors.
Yeah. Yeah, something has happened. Is it raining in Amritsar? No.
No, it's not raining in Amritsar.
No, what happens sometimes if it's heavy rains and thunderstorms, there's a tendency of net getting off the hook.
No.
Yeah, you'll come to, yeah, right.
Area of circle.
Yeah, area of circle, yes, you're there.
So I'll just click on start. And between 2 and 3, I will just click circle. And after that, I divide the circle into 16 sectors.
So fast, good.
Yeah. Practiced it many times, that's why.
Yeah, maths, yeah.
Yeah.
So one circle is now put into 16.
16 sectors, yeah.
16 sectors, okay. So one remaining there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. I will come. So then next is I click on next button and then I take the circle 8 sectors and then I drag it and drop it and then we get parallelogram.
Okay, parallelogram, yes.
And then we take one end of the other side and bring it to the other side. Bring it to the other side. Then this forms a rectangle. 2 pi r by 2 into pi r square.
So the moment you do that, there is something coming below the graph, right? That is what I mean.
That is the area of rectangle equal to area of circle. That's what it is.
Okay, you get the summary. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's great, wonderful. So we had physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. I'm sure English would not have been there. English also I saw, but then Yeah, that would be fine. So thank you so much, Mr. Chandrasekhar, for a lovely demonstration. And ma'am, is there anything left from your end to show? Otherwise, I want to get on to Prema, ma'am. Thank you so much, Chandrasekhar.
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much for Chandrasekhar for a lovely demo.
Yes.
Wonderful job. I have also watched for the first time and very interesting, quite enterprising. So if anything from your side has to be shown or spoken, or then I go into the question and answer. What do you want me to do now?
I think you can go into the questions and answer.
All right, ma'am. See, ma'am, this was started in the year this was actually by Amrita Create in the year 2011, right?
We did it in phases. So initially we did class 9 and 10 physics and chemistry. Then we added bio. Then we did 11th and 12th because developing each of this takes a lot of time.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's right. And the reason for it to start was that there are many students who can't afford those expensive lab and and so that they could sit and watch. Is it that? What is the reason for us to start this? Or some people are like biology, you have certain experiments which people don't like to do it live. I mean, what is the reason for this to come up in 2011? I mean, you are the person who is responsible to bring it out almost about 10 years back, and today it is paving way for the entire student community, helping them to learn without going to the lab. What really triggered you to start this, ma'am? What was the objective or the reason behind it to start this Amrita lab? Just a few questions from my side.
So basically, we are very interested in education technology. The very first project we did was for personalized intelligent tutoring systems for schools. So where you try to make technology an equalizer. So with technology, even people in remote areas, those who cannot afford labs, they are also able to learn. And something very interesting we have done actually in some villages is we have taken, we showed some of these experiments, and we know they never have lab. But we can have something simple. For example, sound needs a medium to travel. So you might actually show them the correct experiment you would perform in the lab, and they can do that. But because they don't have that equipment, we had something very simple. You put a cell phone in a glass, and if you suck out the vacuum, the phone is ringing, the volume reduces.
I don't know, ma'am, I think your voice is breaking. Yeah, your voice is slightly breaking. Yeah, okay. I think you could keep the microphone a little away from or a little closer, I don't know, but it's breaking. Carry on, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay.
Now it's okay. Perfect.
All right. So basically, the idea was, can we do labs that for schools, the student conception, understanding of concepts, understanding of skills, not just doing it as an experiment, but that whole thing from understanding the theory to the concepts and performing the experiment becomes real learning for them. That was one of the ideas. And the second one is, how do you take it to schools that cannot afford good quality labs?
Okay.
Main ones.
Wonderful. So thank you so much, ma'am. I have a few questions which has appeared on the screen and then go on. Actually, we have about more than 500 questions to be answered, which I'm sure may not be possible today to answer all those questions. Thank you so much for the questions that you have raised, but then we have picked up few questions which will be asked to ma'am for her clarification. But the first question on an anonymous is, can the student be made to do the activities in collaborative way, ma'am? The question number 1 on the screen is, can the students be made to do the activities in collaborative way?
You cannot have one experiment online and 2 students at the same time from different places are doing it. But you can have, what you can do if you want to do that, is have one of them have the controls. So many of them are seeing it, but one of them is actually performing it with others providing the input.
Oh, wonderful. So it is It is not directly possible. So I'm okay, fine. The other question is, can we get, this is by Shruti ma'am, can we get experiments for even primary classes, or is it only for higher grades? Why is that we are stuck on to 9, 10, 11 and 12? And one of the teachers from maybe kindergarten is asking us a question. Can we get some experiments for primary classes, ma'am? LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard, some sort of experiments. Over to you, ma'am, for this clarification.
Yes, that's a good and one of the projects in the works is environment science. So not this kind of thing, and that is more game-based learning. So game-based learning for environmental science is an example of something that we are doing for primary schools.
Okay. Ma'am, the other question is from Purnima ma'am from Hosur. She has asked us a question asking Prema ma'am, can we use these virtual labs in our Zoom online classes? Can we use these virtual labs on Zoom online classes? Can we use this?
Yes, absolutely. Just the way I showed it, all you need to do is share your screen. It's an online labs, and also use the YouTube videos. So there are 2 links that you can take advantage of.
Wonderful, that's fine. The Anup Pai is asking us a question, is there an Android app for OLabs so that we can use it on tablets? Do we have an Android app?
Yes.
For OLabs. We have an Android lab, right?
Yes, if you go to Google Play, there is an Android app. But as I said earlier, on tablets, I would recommend it. One of our plans for the future is when we use it on smaller smartphones, then the touch functionality, it's hard for a child to go and touch the right place. They may touch the wrong place. So a tablet size slightly bigger than a mobile phone, there it will be a better experience. All
right. Thank you so much, Premaji, for answering this question. The next question is from Renu Rai. Renu Rai says, this is a very good way to teach lab experiments to students during this lockdown. If we do wrong connection, will this software tell us where we went wrong in connection? Can students do this individually?
Yes, each student can do it individually, and what I would recommend is the teacher can demonstrate the experiment or the video, and the teacher can give an assignment by which they have to actually perform the experiment and provide the reading back to the teacher. You could even ask for screenshots if you want, but we can be creative. We can be creative and use it the way we want. Definitely, students should be using it. That's what we want. We'd like students. What we find is even lower classes, students can actually watch the videos.
Wonderful, wonderful. So there is a sort of area of improvement on our OLab, and that has been mentioned by Mom Saha, and she says, hi, hello everyone, hello ma'am. She says, in my school, teachers are using OLab for last 2 years. Okay. But nowadays, thank you so much for that, using OLabs. But nowadays, they are not getting simulator properly. Option is there, but it is blank. In such cases, how to reach simulation map? There is a problem on the operations. Okay. It becomes blank, she says. In such cases, how do we rectify that problem of, what is her name? Mom Saha. Is there an answer to that question, ma'am? Or it's a very highly technical question?
Okay, so if it happened, like about 10 days back, we did have a problem.
Yes.
Hosted on NKN server. It's hosted on the government server, National Knowledge Network, and we did have a case where the server crashed, and we had to install everything. So now what we have done is we have a backup now at Amrita, so that if it crashes there, we can move it to our site. That's the government site.
Oh, all right. So, okay, fine. So you have now Amrita has
now we
his
have
own or her own, where you can use it for yourself when the other crashes of the government. Is that what you're saying? So you have a substitute now, backup now.
Yes.
But please, that's great.
feel free to write to us at that support email, and we'll definitely support you.
What is the email? Do you remember the email ID, ma'am?
I can put it on the chat. It was
Yeah, you can put it on. You can put it on chat. Yeah, right. That's fantastic. That's great.
okay.
All right, ma'am. The next question is it possible? It is by Madhukar B, JKV Bangalore. Is it possible to export the observation in an Excel file?
Yeah, you can download. The student can download it.
Student. So Madhukar ji, it's very easy. It can be done. How it can be done? You can always get back to us. If there is any doubt on that, we are only willing to clear your doubt on that. So it can be done. This is again anonymous. Sir, I came. Okay, he came just now. I have been using all apps from the start of the session. Of late, during the experiment, the reset option is not working. And to change the setting, I need to change the page to animation or so and go back to simulators. Any specific reason why this occurs?
I am not sure. So I will, if you can send me more details, if it is still happening, because I told you we did have a crash, but now it is restored, so it should not happen anymore. But if it is happening, please send which experiment and where you're having the problem, and we will look at it and resolve it.
Absolutely. So you have any, I think that has been rectified now. What are the problems that you had faced earlier? And in the event of you having any further problems with OLAPs, please write to that particular email ID, which Prema ma'am would be sharing with all of us on the chat box. So that's it. And on the next is, has the lab developed content for maths class 11 and 12? Ma'am, they say you're very partial only to 9th and 10th standard for mathematics. Why is that you're not moving up to +1, +2? No, that has not been written by him. That is my addition. So they want to know why is that we are still not developed OLAP for 11th and 12th classes as far as mathematics is concerned. Over to you, ma'am.
So actually the need at that time, what was told to us was science. So we focused on science. Amrita actually built physics, chemistry and biology, and the math was built by CDAC. But we are right now working with the government to expand this. It is not just math for 11th and 12th. We are actually looking at Python programming,
wonderful.
Programming, and many other things that can support the students with.
Wonderful. There is a teacher from, her name is Vidya Lakshmi. She wants to find out, ma'am, do you have OLAP for NCERT in-text experiments for 12th standard physics? Ma'am must be teaching in the 12th standard physics subject. She wants to know whether we have OLAP for NCERT in-text experiments. Do we have for the 12th standard physics, ma'am? Do we have that?
All we had is the NCERT syllabus. Was about 4 years back. Those experiments were mapped 1-to-1 from 9th to 12th. Now, any changes that have happened since have not been developed again. So that's a whole new effort that is going into the next phase of the project.
All right, there is a request from Mr. Ramesh TS from Vidyanjali Academy for Learning, Bangalore. He says, can you show us class 10th practical activities? As far as class 10th is concerned, we have already shown you regarding the mathematics, that was for the 9th standard. I think for the 9th and 10th, we already have for physics, chemistry and biology, right, ma'am?
Yeah, all 4 subjects are there. You just have to go to the website, click on physics, you'll see from 12th to 9th. And similarly for all 4 subjects are there for 9th and 10th. All
right. So one of them has mentioned really interesting, good thing. Somebody has said, thank you for the demonstration in pollen grain germination. Chandrasekhar, well done. We are very excited and going to try this for sure. Many thanks. Madam, what are the errors involved since you are getting exact answer and graph? I don't know what this question is. In physics practical, how do we make students aware of precautions? I repeat, in physics practical, how do we make students aware of precautions? What about the errors involved? Since we are getting exact answer and graph, I do not understand this question. If ma'am, you understand it, you can answer that. Otherwise, we'll skip.
So I think I will, talk to our physics faculty.
All right, that is what I said.
And then get back.
Yeah. All right. Oh, there is Nandini ma'am has a doubt as to, can you re-show drag and drop once again, please? I'm so sorry. You can try it yourself, and you have any further problems in dragging and dropping, we will be happy to assist you on getting it done. So Nandini ma'am, you can always get back to us. I will give you the email ID or my telephone number to get back to us on any problems or dragging and dropping, which will be helped in the future. Madam, is it possible to include all the CBSE prescribed experiments for class 6 to 10? You're caught.
That's wonderful. If the request comes from you, definitely the Ministry of Electronics and IT will be happy to support.
Absolutely. So request has to come from the Department of Electronics and Information Technology, and in case it comes from them, we will be only too pleased to add up from all experiments from 6 to the 9th standard or 8th standard, whatever you ask for.
Yes, actually, they have.
Tell me.
Let me correct myself. They have asked us to submit a proposal.
Okay.
Telling us what to do. So right now we are focused on 11th and 12th, computer science, expanding sciences, also to lower grades, environment science for the primary. Those are the focus areas. But it's such a huge group, Bangalore Sahodaya. I would love to get from you, perhaps by email, what are the areas that you feel would be required, especially in this COVID situation, because that's valuable input for us. We want to build things that are useful for you.
Absolutely. I think, as rightly said by Prema ma'am, that we will be shooting out emails to all of you for your feedback on this particular session on Amrita OLabs. And when you send back those feedback, please add what are the things to be added onto it, or any improvements that you require for the benefit of our children. Please do feel free to add on any suggestions and improvements or recommendations so that our children benefit out of this OLabs. So thank you so much, ma'am, on this. And ma'am, there is one question from Dr. Shanti. Yes, she says, ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. It's our pleasure. Can we do assessments with this? There's a question. Can we do assessment with these OLabs? Can we do that?
So right now what we do have is there are already predefined questions and the students can answer those. That part is there. But then what may be better in your situation is when you are actually giving, when you're teaching a subject, you may want to develop your own questions.
All right.
And so there is a feature that we are building into it.
All right.
Which allow the teacher to provide questions to the students independent of OLabs.
Absolutely. So Mr. Karupuswamy must be a biology teacher, and he would like to know he would like to know that whether we could include all experiments for class 12th, that is with regard to biology, into the OLabs. All experiments, because we mentioned only few experiments. Is it possible to add all experiments in biology on OLabs for the 12th standard? Is it possible?
Again, as I said, when we built it, all experiments 4 years back in NCERT were added. Now, if the syllabus has changed and some missing gaps are there, yes, we will do that. We are not trying to add state board because that is too many, but we're just only going to limit ourselves to NCERT primarily.
Mr. Anup, you asked the same question whether Android app is available for all apps so that you can use on tablets. Yes, the answer was yes, you can do that. Yes, Divya Lata ma'am wants to know whether this is free app. Of course, it is a free app. I would like to answer on behalf of Prema ji. Are there experiments for class 8, 9th and 10th? At current, it is only for 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th for physics, chemistry and biology. I think, and for mathematics, we are only for 9th and 10th. Over a period of time, we would like to add for 11th and 12th also. So, sir, can lab tests be conducted using lab or OLabs? There's a question that whether the lab test can be conducted using OLabs. Lab test. So I think we are doing that, right?
Yeah, what you could do is you could design the question as a teacher. and you can tell your student that use this experiment, this particular simulation, and give me the result that I want. You can also have your students video record it if you like, or they could just provide you the answers.
All right. Madam, this drag and drop has become a big question because we ourselves, like Chandrasekhar was finding it a bit difficult. So there's a question to you or to Chandrasekhar, how to connect the components in physics. Is it drag and drop? There's a big question mark. The components, he connected for the Ohm's law, he connected from there to here, to here, to there. Is it on drag and drop or any other way we can connect to those instruments in physics lab? Or how do we connect?
It is, you do click on the first point and then you drag it
All
to
right.
the point. But one of the things we want to better, especially when we are working with Androids, is to allow the touch functionality.
Okay.
Well, right now we forgot to bring a mouse, and so I was using the trackpad on this Mac.
Okay, you're using that. Yeah. All right, the next question is, usually in CBSE schools, we take practicals from 6th grade. So do we have experiments from grade 6? No, at the moment, we only have 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, but we are in the process of even including from 6th standard. So you need to patiently wait for those to be added in the future. Then the next question is, can everyone do at same time when online class is going on, ma'am? This is all of them together, can they do? Or it has to be done simultaneously? Over to you, ma'am.
No, it scales. You can have thousands or 100,000s of students doing it at the same time. Not a problem.
Okay, can we do this when the students do the virtual learning? Can we do this OLAP when they are on a virtual learning? You can do. All right. All right. So the other thing, we have less scientific temper overall. How do you see when science teachers believe in astrology and homeopathy? How much science teachers have scientific temper in India? It's a very trickish question. If you like to take it, you can take it, or you can drop it. Drop it?
All I can say is I myself believe in Ayurveda and homeopathy.
You believe in that, right? All right. So that's the answer. Well said.
It works for me.
So it could work for others or may not work for others. If it works for one, yes. So now I'm going to few questions. Okay, can we share the link of experiments externally, or should the students have to log into the website to visualize the experiments? Can they share the link or they have to visualize it?
No, they can share the link. There are some parts of it they can see, but for some parts of it, like performing the experiment, they are required to log in. Now the login is a free registration.
All right, okay.
If they want, they can send us an Excel. We can register them. You can even log in with your Gmail ID. The advantage, if you send it to us, is we can set it up as a whole class.
All right, thank you so much. So there is always a possibility of doing whatever requests coming from our teachers. We'll be only too pleased to help you in conducting Amrita OLAPs in your tough times of COVID-19. The next question, ma'am, is, can we save the report of the experiments and take a printout of it? Can you save it and take a printout? There's a question from one of those teachers. Is it possible to take a printout of those experiments, ma'am, after saving it in the system?
I think right now, if you can take a screenshot of it, what you enter below, you can save as an Excel file. The readings that you enter below. All
right. Sophia ma'am is asking, is the readings from the experiment to be accurate?
Yes.
Or it's almost accurate, or it's accurate?
It's accurate.
Accurate. So
automatically model. Whole idea about simulations is that is what makes it different from an animation or a video.
Okay. Ma'am, there is one more doubt which has been raised by one of the teachers from Silpa ma'am from Air Force School, Bangalore. Can we make students interact during practical sessions? She wants, when you do those OLAP, she wants the students to talk to her or the she to talk to her. Can we have the interaction between the student and the teacher when you are in an OLAP? Is it possible?
What you could do is If you're working with one student, obviously it's very easy. But
Yeah.
if you're working with multiple students, it may be what they are doing. Student is working on their copy of the online labs, so they can share the screen with the teacher and get that input.
All right, thank you so much. One question from Arbia Khale. Ma'am, is there any plan to conduct labs as live? He's talking about virtual labs. That can be done. I mean, if you're having a virtual classroom, you can certainly have. His question is accurate in the sense that can we have a lab, conduct lab as live lab, physical lab? What he says. Is it possible, ma'am?
It's absolutely possible, but whether it is feasible.
Possible and feasible. If it is feasible, yeah, yeah, that's right. Ma'am, what is this? What is this seamless simulation? Somebody's asking, what is the seamless simulation?
1 minute. One thing I wanted to say is,
Please,
we have
please.
actually taken videos of teachers performing the live experiment. So many of the videos may not be streaming live, but they are teachers actually performing experiments. Those videos are available. But obviously, if you want it live, you need a lab during COVID time. You need somebody standing there. It's not impossible for every experiment to happen.
Ma'am, compliment for you, ma'am, from one of the DPS schools, the teachers from DPS, Delhi Public School. We teachers of DPS are using the OLabs and want to thank the wonderful app, especially during online classes. So congratulations, and we hope that we will be able to help many more teachers from Bangalore, Sahodaya to have this OLabs connected to our students. So I think, yes, I think we have not much of questions to add on, but we have few questions which I have picked up from those questions during registration. I will read it fast. The answer could be faster. Yes, I want to know how to share the site to students. How to share the site to the students, ma'am?
Either you can share the link or you can send us the students' details in an Excel template and we can create accounts for them.
All right. Thank you so much. Our teacher was asked, have we to pay? No, this is totally free as a service from Ahmada Vishwavidyapeetham. The next question is, how can these experiments be modified during the online teaching scenario? How can these experiments be modified during the online teaching scenario, ma'am? Can it be modified, first of all? If it's so, how?
So the way it can be modified is, everything is modular. But you have your theory, you have your simulation, you have your animation, you have your video. So there are these multiple components of a lab. And each teacher can decide how to use it. Also in the simulation, you can, if you're looking at gravity, you can look at gravity on Earth or Jupiter or wherever. So the teacher can again decide what are the parameters that they want their students to look at. And you could also give different ones to different students to avoid copying.
That's right. So the same answer for the next question, can we do all activities through online? I think ma'am has very clearly mentioned the earlier answer also suit to this particular question. So I move on to the next question. How can children note down the readings of an experiment by using the app? How can children note down? Yeah, over to you, ma'am.
Either they'll have to note it in a paper, or there's also the you saw in the tabular form for many of the experiments, you can note it there.
All right. Both can be noted down. All right. This is again the question which is already answered by you. The evaluation of students' performance, madam has already, so it's a repetition question. So I'm not going to ask you the same question again. The next question is, without instruments, how will the children learn to take readings of practical portions, ma'am? Without instruments, how will the children learn to take the readings of practical portions? Over to you, ma'am.
So as we said, we never say OLabs replaces traditional physical labs. It's always supplementary learning. However, students can learn about instruments, such as what you saw some of them, or ammeter, voltmeter, to do the pipette reading. So they can actually learn about the instruments, but we will never say it replaces the real physical lab.
All right. Everything that has to be done effectively and efficiently. And one of the teachers have asked, how can we reach out to children using OLAP most effectively? How can we reach to the students using OLAP most effectively?
Right. I feel we have so many components. The teacher themselves can look at it, look at the theory, look at the procedures, look at the videos, animations, design it around the other things they are teaching, incorporate it into their learning. We don't have to teach everything together. And instead of them reading the theory, the teacher can deliver that. So some of the elements like the animation video, those are very visual. But the ones that are text is something the teacher can deliver, explain, make that session interactive, ask questions. And that way the learning can be more effective. Also with some assessments to be done.
Ma'am, easily said than done. Today we have, for the last 3 months, we have been seeing teachers, doing their best, and kudos and salute to appreciation to all our teachers who are doing a wonderful job, not breaking the word called education. The teaching and learning process is always on, but in this particular system of OLAPs, how can the students adopt to this technology of OLAP? Is it that easy to adopt to this style of learning through OLAP systems? Is it easy, ma'am, or is it going to be difficult to adopt for our children? Over to you.
What I find is the students are able to adopt it easier than the teachers, because many times the students don't have any problem using computers or smartphones. They're so familiar with that. So the adoption there is much easier. Now, of course, laptop, bandwidth, you need the basics.
Absolutely. So the last but one question is, how can we implement and exercise experiments online during the COVID-19 situation? How can we implement exercise, ma'am, experiments online during COVID-19 situation? Over to you, and that's the last but one question to you. Is it $1 trillion question? You able to hear me? Ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, okay, over to you. Okay. Chandrasekhar, how can we implement exercise experiments online during the COVID-19?
During COVID-19.
All right.
Like determination of concept, like some saliva analysis we can't do when we have this experiments on labs. Sorry, on real labs. So that we done through online lab.
Wonderful. Okay. So let's go on to the last question. The last question is, will you issue any certificate for this training? Of course, we'll issue if you are interested to get one. We will be willing to send you e-certificates as early as possible. And that will be the final question. And I would certainly would like to announce one very important thing for those teachers of Bangalore, Sahodaya. The announcement, please, 1 minute. The announcement is teachers who wish to know more about the 5G, the future of communication. We have one Mr. Korat Matthew, Smart City Consultant, Government of India, on 23rd July 2020, that is tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. So teachers who are wanting to learn or to understand the future communication of 5G, please tune in. We will send you the link through email, and we'll be happy to have you again for the session tomorrow. And that is called Coffee with Krish. So please register for that particular event, which is going to be as useful as what you have heard Prema ma'am delivering on the Amrita OLAPs. A wonderful announcement again. hear it properly, that we from Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, somebody to close there. Someone's echoing here. Muted? All right, thank you so much. Manila ma'am, I have a very special announcement to be made for the teachers of Bangalore Sahodaya. Right? For the Bangalore Sahodaya teachers who have attended or registered will receive a gift pack from Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham in the next 2 weeks. A special gift, a wrap from us. And when you are sending us the feedback, please mention your school name and we will send you by courier a special gift gift for you all to enjoy with your family. Nothing to eat, but a lot of useful things will be there inside. Please don't forget to mention your school name. We will send it to the principal of the school. Please collect it when things get easy. All right, that's number one. Number two announcement, ma'am. For 2021, we'll be picking up 36 Amrita Best Teachers Award for the year 2021. We will run a sort of, yes, we will send you all those details by email. From Sahodaya, we want you to help to distribute it to all the schools, 400 schools, and we would like to pick 36 best teachers among all the 400 schools and invite them maybe in 2021 and yes, honor them. So we are already ready with those formats. We'll only shoot it to you. It'll be helpful if you can send it to all the teachers from your end. That's number one. Among those 36, we'll be picking up best 5 teachers for ever imagined prizes. The first gift, second gift, third gift, fourth gift. It'll be superb gift from Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. And I want Manila ma'ams and the office bearers to help us out in organizing this event successfully. The gift and everything will happen once things ease out, maybe in the month of January, February, March or 2021. So 2 things we will send you the feedback from. Please reply it through email. We will send you a gift wrap with certain useful things inside, suspense till you open. It will be sent to your school and pick it up from the principals. That's number one. Number two, we would like to pick up the best 36 teachers based on certain parameters for all the schools under Bangalore Sahodaya and award them and reward them during a function. And out of the 36, we'll pick up 5 best teachers and again honor them with the best gifts and prizes during a get-together in the year 2021. So I know I've taken 10 minutes ahead of the time given by ma'am. So Prema ji, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मेरे ओर से. आपने ओलैप के बारे में बहुत अच्छी तरह अपने टीचर लोगों को बताया है. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मैडम जी. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Over to the, I'm sorry, there is somebody giving the vote of thanks, so I'm sure she is waiting for me to get out of this talk. Over to you, ma'am, for the vote of thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Prema, for this excellent session and for clarifying all the teachers' doubts. And Mr. Krish, as usual, lively on screen. Thank you so much for making it so lively for everybody. And I hand over to Geeta Madam for formally propose the vote of thanks.
Pleasure. Ma'am, unmute. You have muted your microphone.
Yeah. Good evening, Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I think we have had a very gripping 1.5 hour session. And for that, I have to thank Dr. Prema and of course, Mr. Chandrasekharan for enlightening us on these OLABs. And of course, I have to thank Swamiji for his presence and Mr. Krish for his lively interventions and the way he, put forth the questions. It was entertaining and enlightening. I would like to thank all the principals and teachers for having attended this session and benefited from it. I'm sure many students are going to benefit because of your attending this session. And definitely, I would like to thank people at the back end, especially Janani, Srinidhi, and team for having organized this session so beautifully. Thank you all so much. Thank you, and over to Manila ma'am for winding up the session.
And Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham will be sending the feedback form. Kindly fill up the feedback form, after which you will be receiving the e-certificate. Very well, beautifully designed e-certificate for all of you. And thank you so much for being a part of this O Labs. I'm sure you're going to make your classes very interesting. And as Amrita Vishwa Vidyam said, they are there at the back end to support you for any doubts, any clarification, any help. So do reach out to them at any time. In case you have any difficulty, you can reach out to me, that I can forward the information to them. So thank you once again to all of you. Swamiji, thank you so much for facilitating this.
I would like to share a number, 934507665. 934507625. You can always send a message on any issues or difficulties that you may find with regard to OLAP. We'll take it up with Prema ma'am and get it sorted out in future. So Prema ma'am also would be sharing that particular email ID wherein you can always mention your problems and that could be sorted out. So thanks once again to all the office bearers, my dear teachers, principals, educationalists for tolerating this moderating personality. May the Krish. So till we meet again.
Happy afternoon, sir.
Where are you? Some sound is coming.
Mahalakshmi, Principal Saint Sophia Convent,
Right.
Nagabab, Bangalore.
Okay, let's hear from you for your experience, ma'am. Sorry.
Can I share, sir?
Yeah, please.
Thank you
please,
so much.
please.
So, namaste
minutes,
and
yours, yeah.
to one and all. OLAP's training session was provided for our Faculty of Science and Mathematics by a resource person, Mr. Chandrasekharan, a project associate of Online Labs for School, a web-based platform developed by Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham in the year 2018 in our school. Since then, we integrated the interactive stimulations, animations, and lab videos of OLabs of science and math into our teaching process. First of all, we thank Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University for developing such a wonderful virtual labs and giving it a free access to schools. We appreciate and acknowledge for their value-added contribution and service-minded endeavor, bringing transformation in learning. Initially, OLabs was a good alternative for our school since we didn't have well-equipped laboratory. We had installed smart board in every classroom. OLabs created a virtual learning space that enabled our students to conduct experiments online. This screen has been designed to stimulate the real lab environment where our students need to find all the lab tools, materials by selecting them, then dragging and dropping them into the beaker depending on the instructions. Through this, our students had a good understanding of practical skills as well as enrichment of content after performing the experiments in OLabs. Sometimes OLabs were used by our teachers to train our students before they conducted hands-on experiments in real labs. We could observe our students were more engaged, excited, and enjoyed this activity. Both qualitative and quantitative experiments in chemistry and physics are conducted using OLabs for grade 9 and 10. I would like to share the benefits of OLabs. Virtual lab activities can save our cost, time, effort, and increases teaching efficiency. It is a safe and interactive lab environment as our students have developed good understanding of the concepts and are confident as they have no fear of using chemicals and damaging expensive equipments in lab. It allows our students to conduct experiments individually and to repeat them multiple times if needed. This platform allows students to conduct live experiments that cannot be conducted in real labs. It has a positive impact on students' performance also. OLab is a need of the hour. The current pandemic situation has helped our faculties to support their teaching resources with OLabs. Our faculties conducted their classes through Microsoft Teams and provide virtual experience of real lab scenarios. OLAB is student friendly and develops scientific temper among students. On behalf of the management of St. Sophia Convent, I, Mrs. Mahalakshmi Yogesh, staff and students once again thank and express our gratitude to Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University for developing such a profound and a powerful tool that increases students' motivation to learn and enhance the teaching process. With Amma's blessings, thank you, God bless, best wishes to all. Thank you for giving me the precious time to share our experience about using OLABs. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Mahalakshmi ma'am, my apologies for skipping your name because I'm extremely sorry. It was not
it's okay,
deliberate.
sir.
My apologies for that. And well said. And thank you. I think you have really put the icing on the cake, and the proof of the pudding is in eating. You have been eating on OLABs for the last couple of years now. I'm so happy and thrilled to have your comments and remarks on usage of OLABs. All full credit to Dr. Premaji and the team for such wonderful, I would say, invention at the correct time. Today, we need to have that particular OLAB system being introduced in all the schools, and that too through services. So thank you so much. I won't take much of your time. This is Medal Krish signing off from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham's headquarters from Edinburgh. Thank you so much once again to all the office bearers of Bangalore, Sahodaya Complex, and Chandrasekhar, and of course Dr. Premaji. Not to mention, it's all the blessings of Amma through Brahmachari, Maheshwar Chaitanya, that this university's flag is flying much higher heights. Thank you once again, and Jai Hind!
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Namaste.
Namaste.